Yeah, we'll see if anybody wants to do anything tonight. We'll see if anybody's getting notifications. It says public. I'll give it a minute to see if the notifications are working right. If not, maybe I'll have to restart. Huckleberry Auditor, howdy. I guess the notifications are going out. It took a little while. Good, I'm glad you could hear me. Seems like I'm always having to reset the audio on this thing. I'll give it a minute here. I got something I'll share just while we're goofing off here waiting. And maybe we'll replay it again later. It's going to be a little hard to see because this is how it's on the video, so I want to play it for you guys and let y'all, then I'll say something. Hang on a minute. Let me get back over here. I'm going to take it back a little bit. Can y'all hear that?
Windy out here. Oh, my plastic is flying away.
So, see if I can bring up a little bit.
And my plastic is flying away.
Well, The reason I brought that up
They say
is because we know there's going to be people that are fooled into believing that. A few years ago, though, I saw a show where they were doing, new technology type stuff, and they showed a guy doing that, and it wasn't as good as that. And they were saying it was in development, and I don't know if in the first place that it was a farce, but it was on a show, and I can't remember what it was, that you would think was not putting out false stuff. And like I said, it was in development, and it wasn't anywhere near as good as what he just did, but that's pretty cool. I can see where people might get fooled by that. Well, anyway, I thought we'd just have some fun there for a minute. And I guess we'll switch on over to this other one here. Which one is this one here? All right, there's Almost Park is trying to get a hold of everybody's emails and Facebooks and whatever they can get a hold of. They're trying to get the courts to go in and let them in, and which they've blocked them so far. The guy's been able to block them, the lawyers. But Google and the rest of them that are public, like the ones we all usually use or most of us use, they will let them come in. So there is some options, and I'm still looking into the ones, but I thought I'd bring it up and let people kind of talk about it if they wanted to. There's a video here, and it's the hated one, and let me see if I can grab the link. I'm going to put that in the chat. And this is just for y'all, if you want. And I'll put it in the comment, or not in the comments, but in the description later if anybody wants to look into it. There are some options out there. They're paid for. This one that I'm looking at, I think, is like $48, $50 a year. And it's not held in this country. It makes it damn difficult for our government to get a hold of, especially local PDs and stuff. This video here, I'm just going to play a little bit of it. He goes through
the internet. However, your email messages should be treated as letters in envelopes where only senders and receivers know about their content. Isn't every email flow guide to private email provider so that you, dear internet citizen, have several options of private and is personal and should be completely private. When Gmail takes your private email messages to make profit off of you, they're exposing your data to hackers, cybercriminals, identity thieves, and governments around the world you can't trust. When your email provider gets hacked, like Yahoo did a couple of years ago revealing data of its billion users, you should know about it immediately and not after your login credentials have been anonymous sign up. There exists.
Anyway, this guy goes through several different emails. They're some of them have free options, and some of them have paid and free. So I'm probably going to get one pretty soon and play around with it. They'll be encrypted. They're fairly safe. So y'all might want to look into that sometime. The problem I see is if I have one of these paid-for services, it's encrypted, fairly safe. It's basically impossible for local governments to get a hold of what's inside there. Then, but if I communicate my email to you in a Gmail, then they can get it from yours. So you would have to have one of these. Both sides would have to have one of these to make it, where you could use it and keep your stuff isolated from the police departments, and because we've seen how they're up in the game, and they're going after anything and everything they can. And if they get in your email, one little thing you said wrong, it could even be a joke, and they twist it and turn it, and use it against you. So it might be something that some of y'all want to look into, and it might not. Just something to talk about, think about. I've kind of looked into it before, but now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it might be time for me to do that. And if I do, I'll do another video, tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, why I decided to pick whichever one I decide to pick. And I'm going to talk to some of the other guys as well. So let's see, what we're going to do next here. How about we do this one right here? I think he's changed his name recently. I think it was Sam Sahidi or something similar to that. He's got some other videos out there. But the reason I'm doing this is, one, it's in Texas. Two, it's Columbus. We've had problems with them before. And what they're going to do here is try to tell him that he can't, that he has to, you know, have it notarized, the complaint form notarized, and they want him to come in and they'll talk about it and go over it all. And we know what they're doing. They're trying to manipulate it. Let me get over here and play a little bit of, I mean, I should have marked where it was, but.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, just want to know what is the process, you know, like to file a complaint on one of the officers that works for this department. Like, what should they do?
Tell me what your complaint is.
Actually, you know, the complaint is something that I observed, and I just want to know, like, what are the steps to go through? Like, if I want to make it formal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just say that it's informal to be sitting there and
Yeah,
talk
right
about
now
it.
we're doing informal. We're
Right.
just talking.
Right.
Okay?
So if I just want to go straight and do it formal without. That 022, I just have to write it down in a piece of paper and sign it, right?
Correct. And I'll give you a piece of paper, and I will call in an investigator, and y'all can sit down, and then we'll go through the video that I'm sure exists. Is this a traffic stop, or can you tell me what this is about?
No, it's not. It's just something that I observed, and you know, I knew that the officer is from this department, and you know, nobody is above the law, right?
Sure.
So everybody should follow the same law we are following.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I said, you know, I would like to put it in a formal complaint so
Okay.
it can be taken care of.
Okay.
So I don't have to do anything. It's like notarize it or anything else, right? Just
Actually,
write it down.
You write it down, and then it'll have to be notarized.
Notarize. Where does it say that it has to be notarized?
It'll be on the piece of paper that I give you for the form, the affidavit for the complaint. It's an affidavit.
Complaint against officers must meet the requirement of section 614.022 and 614.023 of Texas Government Code. 614.022, complaint to be in writing and signed by the complainant
Yes.
to be
And let
enforced.
me explain to you that when you sit down with my investigator and you fill out your form, and when you sign it in front of my officer, they actually are a notary.
Right, right.
Yes.
Yeah, that one I understand, but like I don't have to go and sign in front of somebody and notarize it.
No.
and pay that
We can
$10.
take care of all that here.
Okay. Yeah, just by submit to your offices, like notarized right
Yes.
there, because it's sworn.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Do I need a form from this department, or just write it in a piece of paper?
We prefer that you use our form because
Okay.
we're going to have to call you back in. There's actually an interview process that happens.
Right.
You don't just get to hand us a piece of paper and walk off and we don't get it because we want to have an exchange with you. We want to get everything that we can from you.
Right.
And then we have to, it's an investigation process.
There we go. They don't want you to just hand in the paper, which you can, You don't have to go through an interview with them, as far as I understand. Someplace along the process, maybe you do. It'd be best to do it. I've never had any police officer tell me I had to sit down and go to do a complaint. I had to sit down and do that with them. But what we're seeing all the time, they want to get you in there. They want to intimidate you. They want to manipulate what you're saying. They want to try to get you confused because you'll say something and then they'll nitpick it, and try to get you to screw up what you're saying. They try to manipulate you until you're signing this affidavit and all that, and then you're liable for this, that, and the other, and they're just trying to scare people, and that's manipulation. This guy's acting nice, but he's manipulating. At the end, Sam proves him wrong, basically. I'll put a link in that one in the comments and or description area for y'all to go check him out. He's done some other videos, and he's been around for a little while. I've talked to him a little bit. It's been a while, but anyway, y'all might want to go talk to him. He's, if I remember right, he's the one who put me on to what was going on in Seguin. And before we switch over to another one here, let me change screens. Would y'all like I said, I'm going to try to do more live stuff. Would y'all like me to set it up where y'all can call in? I can do that. So I'll put, y'all leave me some comments in the comment area. Let me know what y'all would like to do. I can set it up two different ways. I have an extra phone line here. We can do it that way. Also, when I do Zoom like I'm on right now, you can call in there or you can come in on video, either way. And I hope y'all are not getting flooded out like some of the places are. We didn't. Just not too far from here there was a lot of rain, but we got basically just enough. Let's see, let's move on to the next one. This one y'all might have seen already. It's a new auditor, Auditing America.
All right. I'm all right.
What are you doing over here?
Videotaping.
Hey, Sasquatch.
What are you videotaping?
Facility.
Why are you videotaping the facility? Okay.
It's my own purposes.
So, what's going on?
I don't answer questions.
Do you have any ID on your bud?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. We got a call for a suspicious person, okay?
Whoopee.
This is kind of suspicious behavior.
Okay, what crime do you suspect me committing?
So, alright, before we act stupid, okay? Let's just talk about when you're standing in front of a facility that's a government building, and you're filming it like that, you caught the attention of the security guards, right? There might be some cause for concern for who you are and if you intend to do anybody any harm over here.
Well, I have no ill will.
Alright, well I can't take your word for it, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to identify yourself.
Well, do you know that we're standing in a public property?
That's fantastic.
And
I'm the
unless you're,
police, okay?
I understand.
I'm investigating something right now.
Okay,
I'm on a
so am
call
I.
for service, okay?
So am I.
What are you investigating?
I'm a private investigative journalist gathering content for a story. And you should know that unless I'm being suspected of a crime, I don't have to provide ID.
Well, until I can determine that you are not committing a crime, I'm going to ask you for
Wow, you can't see it, can you? Let me get it back over here. I'm getting used to these new controls here. There we go. Didn't miss a whole lot.
your ID.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to decline to that, ma'am. Do you have what's your name and badge number?
You can decline. It's on my chest.
Can y'all see it okay
What's your
now?
name?
I don't see your name in your chest.
Well, you haven't identified yourself to me either. So
I don't
we'll
have
get
to,
there
ma'am.
when
You're a
we get there.
government official. You're entitled to identify
That's
yourself.
fantastic. What
What's
I'm
your
gonna
name
do
and badge
is,
number?
If you do not identify yourself to me,
Yes.
and we continue to do this,
Yes.
and you tie me up,
Yes.
okay? Let's not make a bigger thing than we have to.
It's
okay?
not. I'm just doing a
I'm asking
lawfully
you for your
protected.
ID. Can you identify yourself as a
Let's not make a bigger thing. You're making a big thing out of it, you stupid idiot. You see, we see it hear this all the time. Why make, you shouldn't make such a big deal out of it. We're not making a big deal out of it. You are. You're the one trying to get something we don't have to give. You're the one full of shit. You're the one that's causing the whole damn problem. But the reason I'm doing this one is to get him some notoriety, but they get him worked up. And when you get worked up, you screw up, and they can use it against you. So let's go back to the video.
journalist then?
I don't
Do you
have to,
any-
ma'am. This is the United States of
Yes, you
America.
do.
No, I
Okay,
don't,
I
ma'am.
think you need to review the laws.
Maybe you need to
Okay.
review the laws.
Nope.
Maybe you need to review the laws, ma'am.
Okay. What's gonna happen?
Do you have a
is-
supervisor?
What's gonna happen is you're gonna identify yourself. If you choose not to identify yourself, because now I've asked you about 4 times already,
Not gonna happen.
then this is gonna rise to the level of obstruction of justice because I have to figure out
What
what's going
crime?
on.
What crime do you
You
suspect
won't tell
me?
me what you're doing here.
I already
Your
told you, ma'am.
behavior is highly suspicious.
I already told you,
There's
ma'am.
No, you're not explaining
Can I speak to
anything.
your
And
supervisor?
if you simply identify yourself
Well, ma'am,
and explain what's going on here, then we don't have an issue.
I already
but I'm
told
gonna
you.
start to get aggravated
Well-
if you take up more of my time today. Do you understand?
well, ma'am,
Okay?
you're taking time for.
Now the blue butt hurt ego is going, but at the same time, she's starting to ramp it up. So he's gonna ramp it up. He's getting caught up in it. He's a new guy. He's getting caught up in it, and she's not de-escalating. She's escalating.
Yourself. I'm a public citizen. I'm on a public sidewalk recording a public building. Unless you're suspecting me of committing any crimes, then I suggest for you
I'm gonna
to
have
treat
you
me.
come stand
Ma'am,
over
don't
here.
put your hands
I'm
on
gonna
me.
come stand over
Ma'am,
here.
don't
So
put
I'm
your
gonna
hands
pat you
on me.
down. I'm just
There.
patting you down for my safety.
Why are you, ma'am? Why are you? Am I being
Put
detained?
that down.
I'm,
You
ma'am.
can't have anything in your hands right now. Put that down. I'm ordering you to put
I
that
do
out
not
of
consent to
your
any
hand.
seizures or
Drop
searches.
that out of your hand now.
I do not consent to any seizures or searches.
That's fine. You don't have to.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Phone down. I don't want anything.
What time? What crime?
My safety.
Am I being
I'm
detained?
asking you to put that down.
She's patting you down for
I'm
weapons.
not
No
asking
problem.
you. I'm telling you.
Down for weapons.
This is an illegal detention. What you're doing right now?
illegal detention.
Yes, it is, because I am a private citizen gathering content for a story, and you guys are harassing me. I will file a formal complaint on you, ma'am. I guarantee you're gonna leave here before I do, and you're not gonna get my ID. I guarantee you, and you're burning me with your engine. You're burning me with your engine in my hand.
All right. Well, he was wrong. He didn't leave. They got him. They got him worked up. And actually, I think they're stretching it on disorderly and obstruction. The obstruction, I think maybe, no matter what he did, unless he ID'd, they were going to do obstruction. But maybe also if he would have said, look, I have the right to remain silent. I don't have to ID. This is not that kind of situation. And just shut up after that. That may or may not have worked. We've seen it work sometimes and we see it not. But getting worked up also and getting loud gives them a chance to use that, disturbing the peace and however they word it. So, and it's easy for new auditors to get worked up because most of the time they're out there for a reason. They've got mad, mad enough to do something. So anyway, I'll let y'all go to his channel and finish watching that. I don't like to take the views away. All I really want to do is just get him some attention. And I think he's already got quite a bit. But that one I wanted to just kind of talk about a little bit, and I'll put a link in the description later on that. Let's see. Roger says, no call-ins. It's breaking down into arguing and trying to shove beliefs. That's kind of why I've been Was thinking about it. Are you a member of NAIR? I am the chairman. But anyway, I'm thinking of taking calls from people I know and that will discuss topics that need to be discussed, or setting up the phone call in the first place and doing a little chat back and forth. I'm not really sure. That's what I'm kind of asking y'all, what y'all like to see. And I'm surprised that, I don't see any of my mods in here. Wow. That must be a bunch of stuff going on tonight. People out and about doing stuff. But anyway, I wanted to get out here and do a little bit tonight and check and make sure the controls are working. I'm going to have to, I think, rearrange how I got things set up so I can see them a little bit better and organize them a little bit better, but they seem to be working okay. Sasquatch, we may do a little testing here on the phone one of these days here pretty soon. Outlaw News, let's see, Windmill? I don't think I've seen that one out there before. Roger Chorner, Langley Lang, Sasquatch. Well, I'm not going to go back through the list. I appreciate everybody being here. Hey, Texas Wolf Man is here too. So I'm going to, I guess, cut this off here tonight. I think it's really kind of a test, but I wanted to get a few things done here as well, get a little bit of information out. Things seem to be okay, so I'm going to call it an evening and go back and rearrange some things here. And maybe I'll come back on tomorrow night and we'll do it a little bit longer and bring some more stuff up that I want to talk about. Yeah, the moment you get threatened, go Fifth Amendment, you lawyer up, shut up. Yep. Well, it's like I said, it's easy especially for the new people to get wound up because they've got their emotions running so high, because they're out there because they're sick and tired of, they're getting fed up and they're mad, and usually people don't try to make a difference and change things until they get mad. All right, thanks everybody for stopping by. That's going to be it for tonight. And let me switch this back over here before I forget. There we go. So maybe I'll be back in tomorrow night and do some more stuff. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks everybody for stopping by.